Hi Gemini, welcome to your February 2019 General Tarot reading. I'm Raina, and if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below this video. You can check out what I have. I am mostly an astrologer, but I do the tarot on YouTube because it's a great medium to reach a lot of people, and it lends itself well to kind of like these more general readings, because you can pick out themes that a lot of people may be dealing with. This deck, by the way, is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. Sometimes people ask me because it is pretty distinctive with the pen and ink drawings. It's so wonderful. I'm getting that sun card a few times, which is really nice because, you know, here comes the sun. And George Harrison was born in February, so there you go. In honor of George. Okay, so the heart of the matter is represented by the Four of Wands, and this is a card of family happiness. Sometimes it's connected to marriage, or so that might be on your mind if this is the focus. This can be something connected to buying a house, like, you know, new real estate matters and things like that. And maybe that's something that has been on the agenda in some way, and you're working things out for that. February is a great month for everyone because all the planets are direct, so there's a sense that, and of course in in January we had these eclipses, solar and lunar eclipses, and I was just remarking to my partner like how weird it has been, because I thought it was just going to be like in January a lot of fun and games, and it's actually been quite intense, at least on my end of things, emotionally. So February is a month where it's kind of in between these two situations of having to deal with the new year, eclipse energy right off the bat. So it's like that feeling of change, kind of almost like too intense in a sense, where it's like when things are shifting, you don't feel like that sense of stability. And February should feel a lot better because of that. And the Four of Wands is that, maybe that longing for a home base, somewhere that you can really have that anchor to your life. And so that can come in the form of your physical property, you know. In the past position, we have the Ten of Wands. And so this is sometimes, you know, working very hard. Maybe that was part of the plan, that you wanted to work very hard so that you can achieve something that is lasting. But I want to make it clear that with the Four of Wands, it's not the same as the Four of Pentacles. It's not that type of, like, you know, financial stability or stability in that material sense. It's really, with Wands is fire energy, so there could even be like fire signs involved, like your opposite sign Sagittarius or Aries or Leo. And I'm even thinking it could be Aries, because the fourth month is April, and that's when we have, that's a lot of April is Aries. But in any case, the point being that you're finally enthusiastic about this prospect, because usually air signs and fire signs kind of shy away from, you know, home and family issues. Not that they don't do it, but there's always kind of like this ambivalence, because it's like, okay, will I lose my freedom, and is it going to really be, you know, enhance my life, or am I going to feel trapped? Am I going to feel like I can't really breathe? And that can be a little bit daunting, you know, to want something, but see that there's like a downside to it sometimes too. The spiritual message is represented by the Justice card. So, which, by the way, connects to the sign of Libra. But the Justice card, I think, you know, one thing I like to say with the Ten of Wands is this idea of whether or not the person has a history of being in relationships where they feel a bit of imbalance, where they are the ones that are doing a lot of the work in the relationship. And that's echoed by the Justice card. And the same thing with, you know, work situations, because with the Four of Wands, you may be working at your job very hard so you can afford a new house or something, you know, domestic like that, and or saving money, you're going to get married, and that idea of fairness somehow comes into that in the workplace. And that can sometimes, that needs to be addressed, because this is the spiritual position, so there's that sense of like the bigger picture involving something connected to an issue of fairness, or in some cases even like, you know, you may have to bring somebody else in because of what is going on. Maybe you are being worked too much and they know that you know, want to do something, or you're trying to support your family, or you're, you know, that you have a goal in mind. And so they know that they can exploit that vulnerability of yours, because you know, you're not going to just say, oh, I quit, you know. So that's what I'm thinking. But when I say all these things, I don't see it like being overly negative. I just see kind of like, okay, look at it from this angle. What crosses you is represented by the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. I like that drawing. And this is, you know, the Page of Cups as a card to look at in terms of what is possibly happening. You know, what you're doing could be that you're not, maybe you're over idealizing a situation and not seeing that you are not being treated fairly. And that is creating some of the problems, because otherwise you would possibly get away from it. Oh, you know, and by the way, I didn't even think about this, but those top three cards could be that, you know, in order to have a happy home, you realize you're going to have to get divorced, that you were working very hard on the marriage and it just didn't, you were doing, or that you were shouldering most of the responsibility, in not just for the relationship working, but just maybe in life in general, and you just can't do it anymore. And the Page of Cups would be saying that perhaps for too long you turned a blind eye, you were believing lies, you know, being gullible towards what somebody else was telling you and not looking at their actions to see if they matched up and something like that. In that case, that might be more of what is going on, to tell you the truth, because what is coming in is the Sun, which is, here comes the Sun, love, you know, if this is a workplace matter, prosperity, success, healing. So no matter what may have happened that created a lot of stress, I could see the Ten of Wands being connected to a lot of stress too, because you're trying to do something and maybe not getting much assistance, that you have this great energy that comes in, that flows in. And you know, in February, for most of the, well, I shouldn't say most of the month, but until the 18th, the Sun, you know, the Sun itself is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is a fellow air sign. So it does form a trine, and that tends to make the energy flow very easy to receive, because there's no blockages. It's very compatible, let's put it that way. And the outcome is the Two of Wands, so more Wands energy. So there might be a choice that you have to make. Maybe you have to decide whether you're going to actually follow through with asking for a divorce, pursuing a divorce. Maybe you have to decide whether or not you're going to take an offer for a house. I'll tell you one thing. I mean, it's a good time, you know, when Mercury isn't retrograde, at least. And even relocating. And who knows, maybe the Sun card is you getting another job offer, and the only thing that is keeping you from automatically taking it is because you might have to relocate. But Wands energy that you have over and over again here is expansive energy. So this may be something where this is a really good opportunity for you, and you can grow through this change in your life, Gemini. And, you know, I was kind of joking, like, you know, if there's a person that's a fire sign in your life, maybe it's a Leo. The Sun card connects to Leo. So in any case, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I wish you all the best in February. Take care, Gemini. Bye.